Hey, it's B, the Craft Bean, back with a project share this week, and this is a journal I have been working on and off for a couple of months. I set it down a couple of months ago, and I'm pretty sure it's done, and I'm gonna get ready to package it up and send it off to a friend. Over the summer, they renewed their vows with their partner, so I thought this would be a fun, cute little journal to send them. This is with an old paper collection. I'm pretty sure it was called Dear Jane. It is a book, like, reading themed collection, and it's got like a lot of florals and stuff. It's just really pretty. So the cover is made out of a grocery paper bag. I will even measure it for you. The cover from edge to edge is about 6.5 by 9 1/8-ish, 9 1/4, something around there. I just tore down a grocery paper bag until I liked what the look and the size was when I was playing with this paper. What I've been doing for like the last few months is, when I was using a paper collection in my planners last year, because I kept changing it, I would kind of play with the paper. Sometimes I would just play in my journal, sometimes I'd make something smaller. I was kind of just enjoying falling back in love with my paper collections. So I wanted to make this journal, so we have right here, this is the inside cover. There are 1, 2, 3 signatures in this, and each signature has the same number of papers and the same styles, but they're decorated slightly different. I left this side blank with just a pretty paper showing. This is an envelope that I put as like the first thing in the signature, and the paper collection had all of these like little postcardy photo frame like 4x6 cards. So I just used that short flap of the envelope and made it its own little page. And then in here is a photo mat. It's just been inked, stenciled, and sewn. It was just cut from that. This was fussy cut from the paper collection. This is a piece of the 12x12. I cut it down, folded up the edges, and cut out the thing so that I got pockets sewed around it. And then it's just, I played with my inks, I played with my stencils, and I played with scraps and clusters, and I created tags. So you will see. This is dot grid paper from an old notebook that I had pulled out, and I just reinforced the edge with some washi tape and glue. And then this is a old like advertisement out of the front of a like music book. So that's there, and I just inked and stamped on it, and then I made this cluster with the paper. So these are like from that same book page. This is just a little piece, and there's a little pocket here, and there's a pocket back here, and then there's just this coffee stained splattered tag, and then this flips over. And I just used a book page to make a pocket, and it just has little tags in it. So this is just a photo mat, inked, stenciled, splattered, and a whole lot of things. This is just coffee dyed paper. It was in my stash one day. I didn't feel like doing anything, but I wanted to be in my craft room, so I just dyed some paper for fun, just to relax. And then on the background pages, I did go in with like some white paint and some gesso and inks. I did some little clusters on a lot of pages. This is coffee stained like drawing paper. I used a pamphlet stitch, and it was a what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hole pamphlet stitch. I tend to use 7 holes because I just find that that's an easy way. Like, I like an odd number of holes, and I tend to make taller books because I like folding like 8.5 by 11 sheets of like letter size paper in half, because it's just easy. And so I often choose a 7-hole stitch. This has some like light stamping. I don't know if you can see those hearts, and then just something fussy cut out of the paper collection. this is just a flip out, and this was all oxide inks on part of the paper collection. This is the other side of that music sheet advertisement, and I used it to splatter and squish paint. You can put photos on top of it. It'd be fun to write on with like a felt tip marker. You could do some like quote writing on top. You could do all sorts of fun things. This is the other side of that. And then that's that dot grid. I did do some stamping. And all of this on the edges that you see, if you see this like music note on the edges, that's just washi tape. It's old Tim Holtz washi tape. I do glue it down, like I do run it like across a glue stick. And then this is just a coffee stained piece of lined paper. And then I just threw some, where it had holes or like it had kind of ripped a little bit, I just threw on some washi tape, or I just put it on for fun in some spots. Like this was a rip I repaired. I can't tell if that's a rip I repaired or if I just had a piece of washi tape. But it's just folded in thirds and it's tucked into this back pocket. And then we have this. This is out of, it's actually a dollar store like notepad. I think it's for like taking notes. And I don't know, I liked the paper when I'd seen it and I bought it to take notes. And I really like it in my journals as like a great place for tucking in and doing hidden journal. I started using it in my planner. And this is the other side of that envelope, so then we go into the next signature, and then this is just fussy cut. This is that bubble coffee dye technique that Barbara from 49 Dragonflies has shared on her page. If you're looking for the tutorial, go follow hers. I just played with it like she teaches. And then I did some splatters, and then it repeats itself, so it's again that flap with the paper collection journaling cards. There we go. Photo mats, whatever you want to call them. And then I like to fussy cut things out of the paper, and I like making little clusters, tucking things in. So this is actually going to get packaged up and sent off to a friend of mine, because one of my favorite things to do with my art is pass it along. I spend all the time I needed with this journal. I do most of my personal art either in one of my sketchbooks or in my journal planner. So when I make a themed journal, I consider it like a decorated theme journal, and then it's kind of blank for the next person. So I have a lot of fun creating these theme journals. Maybe if you guys want to see me create one, I can do one as a series. They do take me a while though, because I take my sweet time playing with my supplies. These give me very much like mini album journal crossover feels, so I do leave a lot of things open so they can tuck. And again, I leave my tails pretty long inside, and this has got splattered and those hearts again. And you can use whatever supplies you have. Oh, this one is a repair page because I tried a technique on this page, and then I was doing that like the white ink, and I was smooshing it, and I had got interrupted by one of my kids because they needed me to help them with something, and I forgot about it, and it dried, and I went to go peel the thing I was smooshing, like the little like clear plastic that you do ink smooshing with, the clear transparency, and it ripped the paper. So I just took a piece of the coffee dyed lined paper out of my stash and cut it to size and kind of repaired it. And I love the way it came out. It came out super cute. And it was completely a happy accident because I got distracted with one of my kids. And then I like that there's plenty of journaling spaces, but you could also have hidden journaling or secret journaling, and you can add on top of these pages. And so I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun creating it. The bubble technique is on several different one of these pages. This is the journal that I tried the bubble technique with. It was one of those like videos that I was like, ooh, that looks like fun to do. So I wanted to try it, and this is the journal I tried it in. This was a old like stamp that I just have on a block, but instead of stamping it in regular like archival ink. I stamped it in Distress ink and I spritzed the stamp with my sprayer before stamping it, so I got this like watercolory. And this just has another note. And then lots of tuck spots, lots of places to journal. And I did go through and do some like stamping. This is just like a crosshatch stamp. And then we get into that last signature. I love these papers, they're so pretty. And you can put these in however you want. She gets to play with it. It's her journal after that. There are no rules. Like, I like playing. And then another one of those tags I made. I try to use as much of the scraps, so most of the clusters are like the little scraps that are left from building the journal and from that paper collection that I've had in my stash. So another one of those advertisement pages. This is fussy cut. There's a whole page of like just these cute little frames. And then tags. This is another book page pocket. More of that drawing paper. Here's that center of signature. And I just used embroidery floss, which is because I have an abundance of it. And that's a tuck. And then this is the flip out for this one. And then this is that, like the advertisement again. And then we get to the very back with that last letter. I just thought with like all of like the envelopes and stuff, like a folded letter just seemed like it would go with this. And then we end here. I've got one last pocket. This is a butterfly stamp that I use that same spritz with water technique. More bubbles. And back is plain, and then this is the back of the book. I hope you guys have a fantastic and fun and crafty week. I will see you guys soon. Bye.